Day, lords and ladies, and welcome back to Wild Hearts. So, since last we did our little preview of the volatiles, a lot has changed. Like, a metric ton has changed in the endgame, including 2 new kemono that we need to preview. And I'm so worried I'm going to open the map for Haragasumi Way, and the only things are going to be new kemono, and I want to properly showcase their launch. My layered set has changed. Observe, it's glorious. My talismans have changed. My bow has changed. They nerfed the bow into the ground and then unnerfed it, and accidentally made me more powerful than I could ever possibly have imagined. So, it's a very different game from the last little preview of the volatiles. To which end, we will check and see, oh, goody. To my delight, we do not have the new contender in Haragasumi Way, which pleases me. This old friend over here is one of our new contestants, but for now we are focusing on the volatiles and Spectral Tombtail of Haragasumi Way. So we're not going to waste any time. We're going to launch right into a volatile hunt and get on with the show here, where I tell you that I am coming to you today very humbled by realizing that I have played 300 hours in this game and I was doing bow completely incorrectly. It was effective, don't get me wrong, it was very effective. And way back when, like at launch, the method that I showed you was considered to be the best possible method of bowing. And as for why you're not getting a look at my talismans, and you can see my bow is different, it will get there. The bow is from the newest kemono contender of the crew. Okay, so I think we're just going to jump right over to the river. Bow has changed. It was actually a tragic and traumatic couple of days, lords and ladies, when they obliterated the bow playstyle as we know it. And I didn't know how I was going to continue this series. I couldn't fathom how I was going to actually manage the deeply volatiles in a world where I was not getting threat regen on my detonation shots, where they nerfed the ever-loving hell out of my ability to dodge. Oh, they made a mess, lords and ladies. Holy shit, they made a mess. They made the glider completely impractical for me. Totally impractical. There was no point. The glider breaks too easily, and I was not getting my thread regen organized the way it needed to be. So, I had to completely change everything. From my generic approach to my method of delivery, which you will see here. We are not doing glider any further. Now we are a celestial anchor player. And the celestial anchor has made me more powerful than I could have ever possibly imagined. If I was trying to explain to you what celestial anchor is like in this game, it makes me miss my dearly beloved Safijiva insect claves from Iceborne. When I was moonlighting as an insect slave in the Siege of Safijiva, because nobody could mount or break the back, and a series of unfortunate events led me to needing to learn insect glaive in some small degree, I'd actually enjoying it very deeply. I actually really enjoyed insect glaive in select instances, and got pretty handy with aerial insect glaive. And so if I was trying to explain to you what the experience is of switching to the celestial anchor, I would call it insect bow. It is a heavily aerial playstyle that gives me complete 360-degree control of my motion in the air. Like so, just flipping out of the way of the sap deposit and Oh my god. You guys. I switched to the Celestial Anchor because they nerfed the ever-loving hell out of thread regen for the bow. And I didn't know what else to do. The short story is that there is a video on YouTube of a bow speedrunner with a approximately 3.5 minute volatile, or deeply volatile Hellfire Laharback using this delivery method, and for lack of a better option, I just decided to give the Celestial Anchor a try and see if I could figure it out. The one downside to my current loadout is that I do not have a spring to deal with sap discrimination, but not to worry, I'm also unbelievably tanky. And you can see what we're using here. We are going with the healing vaporizer that actually good old Sapscourge here is one who teaches. Ow. Got me. Very ow. Very ow. What is it going to take to get your tail to come off there, buddy? It is incredibly empowering, and I'm having so much fun, and even though I wasn't planning on recording the deeply volatiles until I had caught up on the editing loadout that I have, you know, going on, I am just having way too much fun to deprive you guys of this experience. As for my bow, I suppose I could actually show you on my way past, because as I recall, I do actually have a forge set up here. We are using the new kemono bow at this point because of the nerf to thread regeneration. So this is our current bow as it stands, because I think that is particularly relevant. Our armor set has also changed radically. But particularly, it's the strong arm thread plus 15. That is an extra 15 thread per every hunter's arm that I do. And honestly, now that they Koei Tecmo quickly walked back their decision, actually. There were enough people that were upset that they very, very kindly revised their decision and changed it back to make it possible for me to do runs like this. So I have not been working the weak spots particularly hard on this guy. I've been focused much more on actual parts. And that was just really Can you believe the gall? Ow. The nerve. Yeah, instead of worrying about exposing a weak spot, I've been trying for his parts. There we go. I'll see if in the remaining time that he has breathing, I can open up one of those weak spots so that I can show you the thread regen for this bow. Or I'll just get my ass kicked being cocky. That's also possible, I suppose. That is quite unfortunate, given that we have a volatile onyx shard to fight yet. That is quite unfortunate indeed. Ah, there he is. My kryptonite monster. I'm sure nothing bad will come of giving up a card to a fucking sap scourge. My own damn cockiness. Which is easy breezy, not paying attention. Everything is lovely. I'm enjoying my new toy, and then my new toy broke after a certain number of uses, and I couldn't get away. Okay. Can I actually get this place now? Gets very mad. It's so goddamn insulting when this happens. The level of insulted that I am is astronomical. You have the audacity to card me, and you are literally on death's door. Stupid bastard. What is the point of you if you're going to do crap like that? Oh, we will take our trophy, that tail we worked so hard for. And head back to the river to face the onyx shard. As I said, I have faced more onyx shards than I want to even own up to. I have spent so goddamn much time fighting them. It is unreal. And just for the record, in spite of my complaining about how much time I spent fighting them, I still suck at onyx shard. I suck at the shards in general. I always have and I always will. So I'm gonna need to not play like a fucking dumbass here. You know, I say like that's even an option. Then we're immediately going to recall to behind the trap. I want to start working on opening up the weak spots on him. Like, I can fuck around on Sap Scourge, but on Onyx Shard, I actually need these spots open. Other uses for the Celestial Anchor is just leaving the battlefield. Yeah, I can be all cocky and oh ho, look at me and my new toy, the Celestial Anchor, against the Sap Scourge, but... You'd best believe that I'm paying attention to this fucking thing. Okay, bye. Well, that could have gone worse. My change does come with the unfortunate knowledge that I do need to actually clean up after myself. Which is new, since the gliders used to just break down on their own. I'm also overdue for a grain run in food processing land, but food processing land has become a risky venture. You're crashing right now in the game if we're interacting with food processing dragon karakuri. So, you know, craft food at your own risk. I need small kemono materials, but I don't feel like murdering it here. Again, we want to put pressure on his sides because we want to open up those weak spots if we can. So some deep focus on the Onyx shard, I'm afraid. Hell of a place for him to fall over. That's what I'm talking about. A good sequence of the additional mobility that you're afforded by the Celestial Anchor that is so tasty. That being said, I would just love it if I could open up a weak spot. Remember at the beginning of this hunt where I said we wanted to focus on this fucker's shoulders so that we could get the, yeah, just run all the way over there. You're not inconveniencing me at all. Fucking infinite destruction art. I can't get this guy's shoulders open. Ugh. color me unamused. I'd very much settle for just dying. The just dying part would happen faster if I just, had a weak spot to work with. Causes me concern for our next destination. Say hello to the bunnies, the deers, everything that is escaping back to the nice, safe field now that the Onyx Shard is out of it. Yeah, we're gonna go for it. Down here. Oh, that was lucky. I took a risk and it paid off. Finally. Do not fuck with me today, Onyx Shard. It is not your day, my friend. Not your day at all. Okay. And so, that is a brief glimpse of the Haragasumi Way volatiles. Under normal circumstances, when you are just doing this for the first time, 9 keystones are required to enter the fight. And generally, if you look on the map, the double volatile hunts are usually worth 5 extra, plus the 1 to 4 that you get for each of the 2 target monsters. So what I'm saying is chances are if you do a double volatile hunt, you will probably end up with 9 keystones. If you don't, you will be able to get them on your next hunt. And for our purposes, here in the land of the future, of somebody who has hunted many volatiles on Haragasumi Way, it was merely a demonstration of the volatiles that was required before the storm, as it were. The storm, here meaning our destination. The Spectral Tombtail. And you can see now the new contestant is now the only option on Haragasumi Way. So I guess we lucked out with that. But just for demonstration purposes, if I hover over this, you can see that your reward for doing the double hunt is 5 Haragasumi keystones, and each one of the 2 target monsters will give you 1 to 4 keystones themselves. So in order to access the Spectral Tombtail, you will almost certainly get the 9 keystones that you need. So we will go here to start and begin our journey. Between you and me, you are with me for my very first attempt at the Deeply Volatile solo. And for a 20-minute hunt, you may imagine that it is a fraught time limit that we are under. To which end, I do have these tents set up on every map, basically, that get you right to the fight right away. Got up, good. Okay. The other thing I should mention is I've been needing to take my fusions a little bit slower because Oof. Also probably should mention that I have completed this hunt exactly one time with Bob months ago, so the full shenanigans that I can expect from Tombtail here, I probably don't know. Like the way he keeps hitting me with his tail is not known to me. Hit detonate. Yeah. Your little trick is cute there, buddy, but... And once again, I will emphasize that I am applying pressure to the sides more than anything. What I want here is a break. Yeah. Okay. Duly noted. Well, that was some shenanigans, was it not? I'd best hope I can actually get one of these weak spots opened if I'm looking to survive the hunt. Hell of a time for that to break. It's the way he's not mad yet that is particularly concerning to me. I really don't want to go for another cannon shot on him that is not controlled. Okay, there we go. That's what we're looking for. Listen closely to hear my soul dying. That from outside the zone. The fucking thing broke my trap. God. Tombtail, enough. Okay, I think that was our break. We're going to have to try to get in on him. I don't actually see a break though. You know what this adventure 100% does not need, lords and ladies? We do not need lizards. Holy shit, we do not need small kemono. I am begging you, please. Please, God, not the lizards. Really, any god who will listen, please, 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 not the lizards. Not the lizards. It's gonna be a miss. That's really unlucky. Okay, no big deal. Okay, if we don't get a spot open here, we are going to be in trouble. Red shell is incredibly irritating for this, but we're... But what if you just... What? Look at it! Like, what the fuck? Okay. Potions have returned to us. Thread has returned to us. I could still die to this bullshit because... Come on, you stupid fuck. I'd like to shout out the tree for blocking my shot there. I'm literally getting blocked by my celestial anchor. I'm sorry, did you think you were going to do something? One of the things that was not nerfed in the catastrophic bow, like it was less than a week, guys. Koei Tecmo really did do a great job for us. In listening to the community and reverting the things that we were complaining about. They really did do a great job. So I speak with humility about the bow nerf because they fixed it. We're all good. And that, lords and ladies, is the first of the deeply volatiles. Spectral Tombtail. So curious what my time was. I'm no speedrunner, but that felt pretty damn efficient. 10 minutes? I'll take 10 minutes. Let's head back to Minato, and then we can have a talk about talismans, armor, and all the changes. Okay, lords and ladies, so where are we at? In effect, this is a trip down memory lane for me, where I have fought these in duos and with groups, and I am now experiencing them solo for the first time with all of you. But a lot of changes have gone into this since we left my recording game to come to my main game. We're going to have a chat with Natsume, and we're going to talk about... So let's talk first about the limit break system. You might notice these +5s, +3s. These are all upgrades that have made our stuff much stronger. Let me see. I wonder if I have a piece of gear that is not fully upgraded. Oh, balanced on. Can I show you this? So, the limit break system is effectively this. Here, you can see it. For the price of 8 Akakuri orbs, 5,000 gold, and 4,000 kemono orbs, I can upgrade the defense of this particular piece of armor. And that's what you're looking at here. Is armor that has been hella upgraded. Completely perfected. We're looking... Can I show you? How can I just show? I'm missing obvious things. Well, let's just... How does one do this? I know there's a way. There it is. The equipment info. So, what you're seeing here is the full sum of everything that I have going for me. Live. Yes, so this is the full set. 6% blade debar, speed shooter, ephemeral lightning arrow, 10% extreme archery, 57% recovery boost on my potions, 32% core boost, 27% recovery, 2% sidestepper, 50% destruction art, 20% sleight of hand fury, plus 15 to strong arm thread, 5% soaring bird tutelage, and 12% reactive expert with a couple of nonsense kemono skills that nobody cares about. These are the talismans that I am running. Now, the bottom 3 of these have been from deeply volatile farming that I have been doing. You'll see 6% blade debar and soaring bird tutelage, 15% fatigue recovery and 2% sidestepper, and 14% recovery boost with fatigue recovery are all deeply volatile talismans. We can actually check and see what we got from the Tombtail, should you so desire it. It is nonsense, is what it is. 1% slash bolster and a kemono skill, and I'm a human path player. So that is the full sum of what we have been doing in this game. If we look at
metalwork is so much fun. Which one
this, I will show you. This is our current bow, and this nonsense, if we go all the way up here, this nonsense is how we got to where we are at, requiring a little bit of everything, including going through the Celestial Dragon, by the way, for ephemeral lightning arrow, which makes it easier to topple Kemono with Atoya arrows. And this was recently buffed, that's why we were getting so many knockdowns against the Tombtail. all the way across to yonder to make up for the fact that my thread production got nerfed into oblivion for like 4 days. Not such a mess now. You can see here in the main game, this is my main bow, or was my main bow. We also have an ice bow and a fire bow from traumas past with certain deeply volatiles upcoming. And that is what we are bringing into the deeply volatile fights now. So, next up on our list, we need to experiment with some of the volatiles of Natsukadachi Isle without ruining the surprise of this guy who's hanging out with Lavaback, to face off against Fervid Crazecomb. Actually, I'll show you guys really fast. One of the things I got from Fervid Crazecomb. Let me see if I can find it efficiently. It's like the real. Let's go by ascending cost. I guess. Descending cost? Yes, it was this one that I got from Fervid Crazecomb. 5% sidestepper and human path deaf ears. But I just changed out my helmet. Okay, like, so much stuff, you guys. I just changed out my helmet to have inherently. There you go. It has 23% recovery boost and human path deaf ears on it, so I don't need it. But that's probably the best thing I've gotten from Fervid Crazecomb. Whereas I am currently locked in a death battle with Lurid Soulstalker over giving me a talisman that I'm after. And that is the true endgame of Wild Hearts. Is fashion hunting, of course, always. And farming the deeply volatiles for the best talismans. I haven't had great luck so far, but hopefully that'll change. For now then, that is Haragasumi Way, done and dusted for our purposes. We have seen most of the volatiles, we have seen the local deeply volatile, and next time we'll be moving on to Natsukadachi Isle to hopefully find some volatiles that don't include the special new kemono, who we will talk about more later, and the local deeply volatile Fervid Crazecomb. For now, thank you all so much for joining me, and I will see you next time.